Greetings to our viewing audience and welcome to the winter season premiere of our National Black LGBT Outreach online TV show, History of Black Gay America, where we encourage you to know your history and know your heritage. Of course, this is your host, Miko Evans. We're here for a new year 2017. For those who've been missing the previous coverage in our year in review broadcast that we have going on right now, please go to our YouTube channel right now, which is, of course, youtube.com/Meak Productions TV. That information should be located at the bottom of this screen. You can also go to the official website for History of Black Gay America, which of course is located at the bottom of this screen. It is also blackgayusa.meakproductions.com. It is my pleasure, as always, to bring guests and people who are pioneers and trailblazers in our Black LGBT movement. And I have someone here who has a great vision that he's about to really launch with his first event associated with it. I'm so proud to have my boy here, Stephen Austin. How's it going?
Just fine. How are you?
All is well, man. And he's the actual founder and director of the new concept, new dating service for black gay and bi men, entitled wKnQ Matchmaking, of course, which is Kings and Queens Matchmaking. Tell us a little bit about, because you've been handling this vision for a long time.
Yes.
Been really on the battlefield, as they say, for a long time. Tell us the inspiration behind starting this during the year that you conceived it.
I did this a long time ago, and mostly it came from just my own dating experiences and interactions that I've had with, many men over time, and the people that I've dealt with. And a lot of the other friends and people that I've known, folks that I've worked with, and hearing a lot of the same complaints about dating, the formats, what we have available to us, whether it's sites or clubs or anything else. And people were looking for something that was a little more interactive, a little more personal, a little more engaging. And so I decided to try to put some things together that would help with navigating a lot of those landscapes, so that we're missing a lot of the pitfalls that occur a little more naturally.
What is one of the main concerns that you have when it comes to the dating scenes, particularly for black gay and bi men of color in general? What do you think is the main challenge when it comes to that?
I think it would be, I feel like people are afraid to be who they are, or say what they mean, I guess. I think a lot, like I'll give an example. So I myself do a lot of online dating, so I can largely speak from that perspective. But in the case where in your profile they ask you what you are looking for, and a lot of men will then assume that if you've checked 3 or 4 boxes, that they're looking for the one that they want, and they're not as I guess I'll say as receptive to another one of those options being open from somebody that they're looking for. So, an example of that would be if you're looking for a relationship, let's say, and you're checking out profiles to make sure that they're saying that they also want a relationship. But then as you're talking to these guys, they kind of want to see you as more of a friend. But they do have looking for friendship on their profile. And then men are not. They don't. I don't want to be your friend. I want to be your man. And if they don't want you to be their man, then you can, hang on the hook and find somewhere else to go. So, I think that's probably a main thing. I think guys are kind of afraid to say what they want out of fear of maybe even being judged, or even just being not chosen, I guess, for what it is they want.
This is the most unique thing about wKnQ Matchmaking, because once again, it is a matchmaking dating service. It's not like A for A or BGC, which is Black Gay Chat for those that don't know, and some of these other sites that's mostly focused on just sex, as we know, like Jacked and some of the rest of them. But this is really an actual service where people are actually, like, profiles are evaluated. You actually have to go through each application that comes in. So kind of tell us about the membership process that someone would go through who may be interested in seeing what wKnQ Matchmaking is about.
Okay, so we do have 2 general forms of invitation, if you will, into wKnQ. One of them is the you can go on the site. There is a matchmaking, or excuse me, a membership link where you'll fill out some information about yourself, and just know that that information is not publicly available. Mm-hmm. That's for me and my team mm-hmm. to help put you in, let's say, prospective situations mm-hmm. that would help to find you somebody. You could also come to one of our castings. We do have events where. Let's say similar to the Millionaire Matchmaker, if you've seen that show. Mm-hmm. So we'll have guys that have asked us to find them somebody. Mm-hmm. But much like Patty does, you generally try not to do just one-on-one because I don't know anybody that well. So you give them an array to pick from, but a small number. But if they're looking for something a little more specific, then we'll know that you're available, and then be able to invite you in, and just make sure that you would be a highly prospective match for the person we're looking for. Mm-hmm. So those are the two things, and of course the casting gives us a much more personal touch to be able to really talk with you and get a sense of who you really are, mm-hmm. as opposed to just kind of the information that's based on the application that mm-hmm. you might fill in online.
Gotcha. On that particular note, we're going to take our only commercial break that we have for the show. When we come back, we have more with our special guest, Stephen Austin, the founder of Kings and Queens Matchmaking, also known as wKnQ Matchmaking. Their information should be located at the bottom of this screen. Please stay tuned. We have more right now.